Hello, everyone. I thought I'd share with you my morning yoga flow today. So, as a little change of pace, if any of you like yoga like I do, you might enjoy this. So, bring yourself comfortably on your mat or wherever your space is. If you don't have a mat, on the floor somewhere where you're comfortable. And we're going to start with breathing. So, bringing the hands together. Gently press your thumb knuckles right in front of the heart. So this is a point that joins the yin meridians, and we want to do that as we breathe deeply. So take a nice deep breath, filling your body with air, and gently exhaling. Feel free to use Ujjayi breath or ocean breath if you like. But just breathe deeply and fully. Good. Into all the spaces of your body, relaxing the belly, relaxing your shoulders. Just being present in the breath. Continue to gently press into this point in front of the heart with your thumbs. Take another deep breath. Good. And go ahead and release the hands and bring your feet in front of you. So for Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose or butterfly pose, holding on to your ankles or feet, opening the knees, lift the spine, just pull yourself forward. So maybe your forehead is lined up over the arches of the feet here. Take a couple of breaths. Allowing the hips to gently open. And lift up and extend the legs forward. Encouraging the pelvis to come forward first, right? You're going to fold over the legs, holding on wherever you're able. So whether that's the ankles, the feet, underneath the thighs, right? And just pulling your belly toward your legs. Take a couple of breaths. Hi, Jake. Jake loves yoga too. Good. He does it with me every day. And then we'll lift up and open into a straddle here. So with our hands behind our back, behind our hips, kind of push the pelvis forward first, right? Pressing your legs into the ground and then bring your arms in front. Good. Feet are gently flexed. And here you might be able to hold on to your feet or even lie all the way down if you're able to do that. And just pulling gently forward. Take a couple of breaths here. And we want to follow our breath, focusing on the breath, breathing deeply and fully. And you can do a Ujjayi breath or just breathe deep. And lifting up, we'll bend our right knee to bring the foot to the inside of the left leg. Rotate the torso and lean forward over that leg. Again, wherever you can hold on, and just pull your body toward the leg. Gently stretch. Gently press that leg into the ground. And then coming up, we're going to do a side stretch. So right arm comes by the ear, lifting up and over, looking up to help you stay on that side, right? So we don't want to rotate forward. We want to stay facing forward. So just look up a little bit and reach. Yeah. do the other side. So straightening the right leg, bending the left knee, rotate, pointing your torso over that leg and stretch. Good, nice deep breath. Just allow gravity to help you, right? We want gravity to be our friend. It is our friend, right? And letting your breath also help you. We're not really forcing these stretches, right? We're just breathing into them. Coming up and taking your arm alongside your ear, looking upward. Lean into that side stretch. Good. So it takes a little bit of time if you're allowing gravity to help you, right? You don't want to rush too quickly through the stretch. We're going kind of quickly today because we don't have all that much time on this video, but in general, if you're stretching on your own, try to take more time to really let the muscles elongate. So we're going to loosely bend our legs in front of us here. I'm mirroring you, so we'll say this is your right knee, right? And taking your right hand behind you, lift tall, and rotate all the way back till your hand comes on the ground. Your other hand, and look up and back. So you're sort of spiraling up and back here. And breathe. Coming back to forward, we'll change. Right? So your left knee's in front, loose bend of the legs. And your left hand goes behind you, lifting the spine, rotating all the way back. This is one of my favorite twists. Good. And just let yourself go deeper into that twist as you breathe. Good. Staying lifted. And coming back around to facing forward. We'll come on to our all fours on the mat. So table position. Forgot to mention, if you have a block or two, you want to use them, have them available. So for cat-cow, you want to spread your fingers wide. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Round the back, curl the tailbone under. On our inhale, we're going to lift the tailbone, reaching your heart forward, shoulders down the back. And then round on your exhale, curling the tailbone under, really rounding your back up, head relaxed. And then lifting the tailbone, reaching the heart forward here on your inhale, and round on your exhale. And then push your hips all the way back to your heels, forearms on the mat. You're going to snake through the hands, lift, and then round and press yourself back. So imagine your spine is a snake, right? You're going to snake through, nice and low, lift up, curl the tailbone and round back. Just really allowing the spine maximum movement here, right? As we push back to the hips. And we're going to bring ourselves forward, lift, and coming into neutral. Extend your left leg straight back. Lift it. Reach your right arm forward, thumb pointing up, and just let your gaze be forward and a little bit lifted here as you breathe. Continue keeping that lift and just breathe deep. And exhale back down. Extend the right leg straight back. Good. Lift, reaching your left arm out, thumb pointing up, gaze forward, and breathe. Good. Just balancing here on the opposite arm and leg. Exhale, back to the mat. So we'll tuck our toes, sit back onto the heels, and for a little toe stretch, if you're able to put your full weight on the heels, otherwise lean forward if you need to, and just roll out our wrists, maybe open and close. Yeah. And then we'll lie the toes down, sit on the heels, and you can either grab your knees, pull them up like that, or have your hands behind you with your knees lifted. A little stretch for the top of the feet. Good. And you can also open your chest while you're here, right? So open, pulling the shoulder blades back. Yeah. And then coming back onto our all fours for our down dog. So tuck the toes, lift the hips. Allow the head to relax. And maybe you want to pedal the feet to help you stretch those heels down. Or you can lift up onto the toes and press the heels down as well. Kind of work the feet. Let's lift the tailbone a little bit here as we press our heels down. That extra stretch back there. Good. Relax the neck. Then let your left foot come a little bit in toward the right foot. Lift your right leg up and see if you can just open that hip a little bit. So bending the knee softly, reaching your foot behind you a little bit. And then straighten the leg. Turn your hips parallel to the mat. And we're going to bring our right foot through, so you can lower the knee if you need to. I do on this side. Bring your foot through the hands. Extend your left leg back, ankle lined up with under the knee. So here we want to just bring your block here if you need it to. If you need your block inside of your right foot. Lift the heart, draw the shoulders down. Take a breath here. And another. And then we'll allow your left leg to lower down, come up onto the thigh. Good. Just curl the tailbone under you to help you push the pelvis a little bit forward here. And bring your arms overhead. So creating a little back bend. Shoulders relaxed. Gaze lifted. Good. And then bringing the hands back down. At this point, you can lift your left leg again or leave it on the mat. And we'll take our left hand inside the right foot, or as I mentioned, on your block, if you need your block here. Right hand to the small of your back. Elongate the spine and rotate to look up. And then reach. Yeah. And breathe. So Alanasana, a crescent lunge sequence that we're doing, is one of my favorites. Really full body, right? And then we'll bring our hands back down, straighten both legs, relax your belly on your thigh. Good. And then we'll go into a triangle pose or Trikonasana. So bringing your right hand onto your block or in front of on the inside of your right foot, left hand on the small of your back, lengthening the spine, and then rotate to the left and reach up. And coming back, bending that knee a little bit to bring yourself back to your down dog. And relax your neck, pressing the heels into the ground, lifting the tailbone. And we'll bring our right foot a little bit in toward the left, lifting your left leg. See if you can't open that hip just a little bit, pulling your foot behind you. Soft bend of the knee. Maybe pressing your right heel down. And then straighten that leg. Hips turn parallel to the mat. And we'll bring our left foot between our hands. Okay. Lining up ankle and knee. Maybe you're on your block or on your fingertips. Looking forward. Lifting the heart. Good. Take a couple breaths. And if you need your block on the inside of your left foot, you can place it there. Let your knee come down, foot relax. Bring yourself up onto the thigh here. And again, just curling our tailbone under to sort of press the pelvis a little bit forward. Feel that stretch. And then maybe your arms lift. Good. A little back bend. Looking up. Shoulders just sinking into the sockets here, right? Let your bones just sink into the shoulder socket. And then bringing the arms down. So again, you can lift the leg at this point if you like. Bring your hand to the small of your back, lengthen the spine, and rotate. Good. And lift. Nice deep breath. And then coming back, we'll straighten both legs. Let your belly relax on your leg. And maybe you're lucky enough to have a kitty cat come and walk between your legs. And then we'll bring our left hand inside the left foot. Right hand to the small of the back. Lengthening through the spine and turn your torso looking up to Trikonasana triangle. And breathe. Good, and coming back, we'll remove the block, bend the knee, bring your foot back into your down dog, and relaxing your head and neck. And then we're going to go into an up dog. So if you need to maybe step your feet a little bit back and swing down to an up dog position, try to keep the legs lifted for a while at least, and really press up, bring your gaze up. I'm a huge fan of back bend, so I like to stay here for a while. But whenever you need to lower the legs, you can let your legs come onto the mat and continue pressing up, right? Really pressing into the ground here. Breathe deep. Good. Then we'll come up onto our knees and curl the tailbone under, stretch back into a child's pose. Jakey's taking a bath. And if you like, you can widen your knees and really sit back and maybe even widen your feet a little bit to open the hips more, right? I like to do that. It's called tadpole in yin yoga. So it really feels good in my hips to do that. Yeah, just take a breath here. And then we'll come up and onto our knees. Pull up my pants. So onto the knees and extend I'm going to mirror you, so your left leg out. Try to point the toes forward if you can, if that works for you. And curl your tailbone under, let your tailbone drop so you feel like you're between two panes of glass. And bring your right arm by your ear, let your left arm slide down toward your foot and just lean sideways, gate pose, right? So you're kind of looking up, keeping the tailbone sort of curling under you a little bit. And breathe and lift up. Other side. So extending the right leg out. If you're able to point the toes forward, if that works for you, let your tailbone drop, lift the heart, arm goes by the ear, slide your right hand down toward your foot. Again, sort of gently pressing your pelvis forward, like you're between two panes of glass here. And breathe. And come up. And then bring yourself around on your mat this way. Sitting, and we'll flex the feet in front of your legs in front. Flex the feet, hands behind you, facing your fingers, whatever works for you, toward the feet, away from the feet, or out to the side. Take a nice breath and press the hips up. So if this doesn't work for you today, you can always do this position, right, as an option. So either way, but try to keep the pelvis lifted, to hips lifted, and breathe deep. So I love this for many reasons, but it stimulates, or kind of helps stimulate, the triple warmer meridian, right? If you just hold the position long enough, it really helps your digestion, your respiratory, and your elimination. The triple warmer in Chinese medicine. So hold it for as long as you're able to, breathing deep, and then eventually bringing our hips down. Good. And we'll lift tall, right? And just encourage the pelvis forward, or a little stretch over the legs. And come up. So for the last stretch, the last thing we're going to do is a shoelace. We want to try to stack our knees as best as we can on top of each other. You can see mine don't stack completely. They don't have to. But as best as you can, line up the knees and get that hip down. Good. And just let your body, weight, and gravity help you stretch here. So leaning forward over your legs. Yeah, and breathe. Good, and then we'll switch. So come up and bring your other leg on top. Try to line up the knees as best as we can, pressing the hip into the mat, and just go over the leg. So this is a really nice way to stretch your hips. If you're hanging out reading or watching TV, you can always do shoelace. Right. Relax your body over the legs, let gravity help you stretch here. Right, Jake? Jakey's laying on his back in front of me. You can't see him. Hi, Jake. Good. And come up. Ah. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this little yoga flow, and I will see you next time. Take care.